Community Viewpoint with John Pollock and Maria Hurst.
And welcome once again to Community Viewpoint, Part 2 of the Valley Electric segment. Dax Whittle is with us, Communications Coordinator at Valley Electric, and Susan Fisher, Executive Vice President, Government Relations and Marketing. First segment, we talked a little bit about the Co-op Connections card. In this section, we're going to be talking about something really big that's going to be saving us a lot of money, and we're moving into the computerized world that we can watch anything and everything through our computers. We're going to be talking about the V-meter, and to tell us a little bit more about that, we have a commercial from here at Channel 41 and Channel 46 that deals with that. So if you could run that, it'll be about a minute long, and then we'll come back and explain a little bit more about it when you see the commercial.
It's really easy.
It's so easy.
It's so easy.
It's so easy, a grown-up can do it.
That's right. My grandson was able to show me how easy it is to track my electrical usage.
Valley Electric Association makes it easy. Introducing the V-meter. Every home in Pahrump has a V-meter. This meter automatically tracks your electrical usage, and now you can too. All you have to do is create an account and start exploring. You can check your electrical usage by the hour, day, week, month, or year, and even compare with prior years. The V-meter updates every 8 hours, so the next time you pick up your mail, don't be shocked by unexpected charges. Get online, track past energy use and what you're using now.
Now I can track how much electricity I'm using, and it's so easy. My grandson showed me.
The V-meter from Valley Electric, it's so easy, a grown-up can do it.
Okay, so we're a little primed for that. We're going to have Dax tell us everything we're afraid to ask, but he'll tell us what we need to know about the V-meter. What is it, and why should we want to use the V-meter for ourselves?
The V-meter can help you change any unproductive habits that you have as far as using electricity.
Not that you would have any.
I'm not just talking about you, John.
Okay.
But like now with the humidity, some people use evaporative coolers. But as you know, with humidity, evaporative coolers don't work.
They just don't work. It wouldn't work down in Key West, but they're supposed to work here if the humidity is less than maybe 15%. They work excellent. The lower the humidity, the better they work.
So people are switching to air conditioning, which is a little bit more costly.
Yes.
So with the V-meter, you can go back to maybe the 4 days that were humid where you were using the air conditioning, and you can see how much it was costing you, and you can see how the savings with the evaporative cooler benefits you more than using the air conditioner.
Oh, excellent. I went on the site. You have to register.
Yes.
Put my
account
number, put a password in there, and the wealth of information is just phenomenal. Do you want to tell us what we can get off? I know I can get my bills back to 2004, so that's one. It's interesting to see the peaks and the valleys, the spring, summer, fall, and winter, and then what our habits are. So you can see all the way to 2004.
Well, there's bar graphs on there. And if you click on the day, you can see how much you're using kilowatt hour wise on an hourly basis.
Oh, I didn't do that, yeah. Oh, okay.
So I mean, if you had a high bill, then you can kind of look and see. And if there's a malfunction with your thermostat of some sort, you can call your air conditioning company and try and get it fixed. It's just a way to, remedy some problems. Because if you stay on top of your usage, that's a way that you can lower your bill. The meters don't run by themselves.
Well, I'm thinking teenagers, bring them in there.
Yep.
Sit here.
Turn the lights off.
This is when you're living in the refrigerator with the doors open. You just stood there. This is what happens. For that half hour.
Or let's say your refrigerator. Do you hear your refrigerator motor coming on? Your refrigerator running all the time. That's because the motor's coming on to keep it cooler. Well, it's doing that certainly because it's warmer now. However, it could also be maybe your coils need to be cleaned, and you can see the spikes on the V meter. So if it's pulling more electricity than it needs to be, the flat screen televisions are big energy users, and even when they're turned off,
Tell them that. I try to tell them that too. Yes.
even when they're turned off,
The
if
ghost
you're going away
voltages.
for a while, yeah, phantom.
Yes.
If you're going away for a while, unplug the thing.
Yeah, a good thing to do. That's what I try to tell people. Well, I try when I schedule an appointment for an energy audit, I try to tell people to keep a journal of what you're using. So if you're washing clothes, you're running the dryer,
Okay.
and then if you go on the V meter and check back to those times, then you can see,
That's a great idea.
I was doing this at this time.
Yeah.
Oh, I was doing this at this time. So it's a good way to figure out, well, I need to cut back on this. Because right now, you should really be hanging a line instead of using the dryer. 'Cause that's the only energy efficient thing out there.
Oh, I know. My room smells really great because at night I'll hang up the socks and some things over there, and with the fabric softener, that stuff's dry. It's overnight and in the morning, and the room smells good too. But Home Depot has, not that I'm promoting them, but they have the outside lines. It's 4-poster.
Oh, yeah.
And it spins around and
The old-fashioned ones.
yeah, they work fantastic. In the wintertime, I put it in the garage because I put it in a bucket with that has concrete and a pole, and you could dry it indoors if you wanted to. Great ways to save your money, and to see how much you use with your electric dryer. 99% of the people will have electric dryers. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the propane. It's not very cost effective for a dryer here. So almost everybody has electric dryers.
Yeah, this is an
If it
electric
is.
town.
Yeah,
It's
Yep.
all electric.
Yeah.
Yep.
But very good preventive maintenance tool. It'll keep you from your bills lower, and then you'll identify what is using all that energy. You can turn things off throughout the house to see the change in the electric usage.
And we did this in response to questions from our members. Our members come to us and say, how can I save money? What tools can you give me to save money? Or why is my bill so big? And that's why we do the energy audits to help. And this is why the V meter itself does not save you energy, but it helps it's a tool to make you aware of your usage so that you can take steps and take control of your own usage.
Doing the screens you mentioned before, you bought the screens. The screens will help you save a lot of energy also. So in the summertime, you put up the screens when it starts getting hot, so you can dissipate some of the heat coming into the house.
Yeah, I have 4 children, and we saw significant savings with the solar screens.
Yeah.
And as well as not using the dryer as much, because you got to have fresh clothes with the kids.
But we have different metering plans also. Prepaid metering. We have what was the other one? Balanced payment plan. What was that?
Yeah, the prepaid metering, you pay in advance for the electricity that you use. So for $120, it covers your membership fee, the $10 membership fee,
Right.
the $60 connection fee, and it's $50 worth of electricity. So you have to monitor what you use.
It's
And
just
you-
like putting gas in your car. You're putting energy in your tank, so and you use it as you go. The primary plus of the prepaid metering is if things are really tight for you and you can't pay your bill. This way, if you do get disconnected, there's no reconnect fee. If you're on the prepaid metering, and it's $60 or so to get reconnected, and then you have to do another deposit, and so this way you avoid that if you get disconnected for non-payment. But it also, we're finding that people who like to go on extended vacations, who are maybe the snowbirds, they don't live here all the time, they can go on prepaid metering when they know they're going to be coming home. They can put some money into the account so that their power comes back on before they leave, but they don't need the meter running while they're not gone. So they can shut everything off if they'd like to.
Interesting.
Yeah, I cross-train in customer service, and there were a few people that realized by being on prepaid metering, they were more, what is the word?
You're apt to be more conscious.
They were tighter on their electrical usage
Okay.
instead of just wasting it. They even educated their children, that they needed to shut this off, they needed to unplug this, because even when you keep things plugged in, it still uses electricity. It's the best thing to do is unplug devices from the wall outlet.
Well, I try to use power strips also, so if you have a few things that they're not really critical when you're not using them, stereos, that the instant on TV, whatever it might be, you knock everything off.
Yeah, cell phone chargers, they use a decent amount of
Yep.
electricity.
Yeah,
also.
because
Unplug it when your phone's not
if you
plugged in.
feel it and it's hot, that means it's consuming power. So
Or the red
it's a
light.
li-
Or
yeah.
the red light on them, but
If it's a little transformer and you feel it's warm, you're consuming power. It's not a lot for that one item, but you have 10, 12, 14, 16 items
Exactly.
like that. And it all builds up. And we really appreciate what you do for us in our own co-op. And it is our co-op. And you're doing what we need to make it grow and make us keep our electric on too.
Well, and we still have, these are tight times, as you've mentioned before, and people need a little bit of help sometimes, and that's why we have Operation Roundup as well, so that on your bill, if you look at your bill on the back, there's a little box that you can check to join Operation Roundup, and that raises funds that go into our charitable foundation that we then give back to the communities we serve. What this does, if your bill is, let's say it's $150.25, it will round it up to $151, or $99.99, it rounds it up to $100. Just rounds it up to the nearest dollar. So it will never be more than 99 cents a month. The average, well, it's right around 50 cents a month is the average. We were looking back through the records on the accounts who have the Operation Roundup, and most of them, it's $4 to $6 per year that they're contributing.
Right, that's a
And if
minimal
we
amount.
imagine if we had all 16,650 of our meters were on Operation Roundup, the amount of money that we could raise for just pennies a month
Right.
from each member to give back to the community. We support Food for Thought. We provided a chairlift for the swimming pool in Beatty.
Okay, I
because,
remember, yeah.
Yeah, they were not able to, they had received a waiver. They were still going to be able to open this summer, but by January of next year, if they didn't have a chairlift to get handicapped
be in
people in and out of the
compliance.
pool, they would not be ADA compliant. So we were able to fund that chairlift entirely for the community of Beatty to keep the pool open.
Well, I thank you, Dax. I thank you, Susan. There's a great deal of information on the Valley Electric site, the COOP site, as we call it. I'd also like to, in the last minute, thank some of our viewers for saying thank you for the shows that we have. One of our viewers, lovely viewer, actually it was Sherry and Warren McCormick, presented me with a beautiful bouquet of vegetables. I had to take a picture of it because I ate them all already, but thank you for your lovely card and that you enjoy watching the show. I enjoy you watching us, and thank you, Dax and Susan. Thank you, everyone, for coming back week after week. And the shows are positive about the community, and we'll keep on doing it as long as there's something positive to say for the community. Thank you very much, and we'll see you next week.